Hello, and welcome to the show, the Mac Plays Banjo Show. I'm Mac, and I play banjo. Not in this video. Heavens no. No, I will play banjo a little bit later, just not right now. Right now is the time dedicated to me talking at you. So what is this? This is a practice log. And what does a practice log do? Well, this is where I log my practice, long story short. I'm a banjo player. I like to practice banjo, and I like that practice to be productive, right? So I'm just keeping this as a track record. And if you got the last two videos, you'll remember me complaining about my background, but isn't this just great? Isn't it a fantastic background? And I have a mic, like a real mic, not my phone one. And I have a camera, a real camera. It's actually just like a crummy webcam I found. But hey, it's better than the phone camera, right? It's actually probably way worse. But that doesn't matter. The point is, I have a real camera, sort of on a real tripod. It's Amazon Basics, and a real mic. The mic is actually pretty nice. It cost me like $80. So if anyone who actually knows about mics heard that, then obviously they would think it's terrible. But for my purposes, I think it's great. Anyways, what are we gonna do today? Well, first off, I'm going to answer a few common questions. Then second off, I'm going to talk about what I've been practicing and sort of some ideas I've had with that. And then third off, I'll probably play you something. Probably what I've been practicing. So let's just get into those questions. Alrighty. At I Like Models 2 says, at Mac Plays Banjo, do you know how to play clawhammer, and what's the difference in sound between using clawhammer and using a pick? That's a great question. I do not know how to play clawhammer. I am a clawhammer novice, and novice is way too strong of a word because I've never played clawhammer. I've tried. Believe me, I've tried. Where are my picks? So, in 3-finger banjo, we use 3 picks or 4. Some guys use 4. I've tried it. It's hard. I want to get into it, honestly, the 4-finger stuff. But in bluegrass banjo, guys usually use 3 finger picks. And they look like this, right? These are just metal picks that go on your fingers and kind of act as an extension of your finger to pluck the strings with. And they sound like this. So there's kind of a bright sound. It's really loud because, it's metal against metal. It's going to be brighter. It's going to be harsher, more metallic, right? Clawhammer is totally different. With clawhammer, you're not using picks, and you're kind of, the mirroring thing is really getting to me. You're kind of putting your hand in a claw like this, right? Which makes sense, right? And instead of picking at the strings, you're doing this kind of motion on the strings, which, fair warning, I can't play clawhammer, but this is kind of the sound. So it sounds more like that. You can look up any sort of great clawhammer player on YouTube. Abigail Washburn is really good. I don't really keep up with clawhammer players at all because I love the sound. It's just never interested me like 3-finger stuff has. Honestly, Steve Martin, as much as he gets dogged on in the banjo world, has some really good clawhammer songs, and he's probably a better clawhammer player than he is a 3-finger player. Not to stir up controversy, but that's just my opinion. So that's kind of the difference. 3-finger banjo, you use picks. It's brighter. You play bluegrass with it. Clawhammer, it's a lot more mellow, a lot quieter, and you don't use picks. You're kind of hitting the strings instead of picking at them. And I think that's the only question I have. So that was a great couple common questions that I had when I said, When I said I was answering a few common questions, I meant that I was answering one question asked one time by one person. So yeah, great. Anyway, let's get into practice. So last time I was talking about working on 2-octave scales and chord arpeggios over autumn leaves. And have I been working on those? Yes. Yes, I have. But I also started transcribing Sugar Maple by Nolan Pikelny. And I just remembered that I have a gig tomorrow night, which I need to prepare for. And longtime viewers of the channel, by long time I mean like 1 week, will remember that I had a gig last week that I didn't prepare for. And that's happening again this week. This is what we call an abusive cycle, or a vicious cycle. It means I'm not practicing enough, which I need to remedy. Anyways, this gig, it should be good. It's an 1.5 hour long set, and we can play basically whatever we want. So probably just like bluegrass standards, and I have not been practicing my bluegrass standards, so my improvisation over them is pretty rough. Honestly, it's not looking too good, but I'll just try and play a few here, and we'll see what happens. Okay, that wasn't the worst thing in the world. I feel like I could have played that at least 3 times as well if I was in practice. So this gig might be a little rough on my part, but that's okay. Let's try another one, shall we? Oh, my computer turned off. Okay, that's much better. What's another one we'll probably be doing is Whiskey Before Breakfast, which again I haven't played in a long time. So let's just see if I can work my way through it. yeah, so definitely going to work on these some more before the gig. Hopefully smooth them a little out. And I'll probably play them just pretty strict, down to the earth melody. Not much improvisation. Not much embellishment on it, just because that's what I can play right now. Because I've just been focusing on technical aspects and I've let repertoire slide, right? Which you shouldn't do, but I've been super busy this summer compared to the last couple of years before this. So kind of been letting banjo slide, which I can't, and that's kind of why I'm starting this, so that I can really get back into it and get practicing again and really start advancing, right? So got those, got to keep practicing them, and we'll give you guys an update on the gig. All 12 viewers that are interested in this. No, I think I got 61 views on the last one, which, you know, it's not terrible. It's not good by any metric, but it's, you know, it's not bad for just a video of me talking, right? All my shorts get like 1,500 to 2,000 views, like all of them, which is great, and they bring in a lot of subscribers, which I appreciate. Just need to turn over those short subscribers, those shorts views, into these long-term video views, right? So you're helping with that by watching right now. Wow, that's so great. That sounded a little patronizing, I'm not gonna lie. So, okay. Also, I told you I've been working on sugar maple. So let's just try and go through that. I haven't practiced this at all yet today, so it might be a little rough. We'll see. I've just transcribed the first part, and it's really fun to play. Really pretty song. I enjoy it a lot. But it is a little bit of a finger bender on the left hand. So we'll see how it goes. Awful. Terrible. I just started learning that a couple days ago, so I'll show it to you guys next time, but geez, man, that was bad. Honestly, might not put that in the video. It's so embarrassing. You know what? Nah, I don't care. Whatever. 12 people who watch this can judge me. I don't care. But yeah, that's a fun one. Want to keep getting into it, but for tonight, I need to work on this gig. So I'm just gonna drill those. Fiddle tunes, those bluegrass standards for a while, and I will give you guys a clip when I'm done with this practice session, and then we'll probably call it a wrap. Alright, I'm back. It's a little later in the day now. Practiced for just a little bit, and I think they're still going to be rough, but we will see. Okay, still pretty bad. but it honestly felt a lot better than it did before. Like, it didn't sound much better, but it felt like the instrument was playing easier, or yes, like the tone was under my control more. Before, like every time I would hit the first string open, it felt so loud compared to everything else. And I think I got the dynamics controlled a lot better in the second time. The recording will prove if I'm right or not, but I think I got it. So let's try whiskey. Sorry guys, I got the hiccups really bad. That felt way better than it did before. Still pretty rusty, but if I can get some practicing in before the gig tomorrow with a few more fiddle tunes, not just those two, because I have an hour and a half slot to fill, then it should be good. But anyways, I'm going to wrap it up here. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye. Always got to set it very carefully.